Welcome to Progress English.
Yeah,
My name is Star.
welcome to Progress English.
Together,
Yeah,
right?
my name is Gonzaga. It's a fun. This is our second attempt, but it sounds strange, and I feel so strange.
Yeah. I think
So
it's also awesome.
yeah, this is our second attempt, right? Second video.
To put our videos on our platform, but also our major purpose is to improve our both of our English. So, what about our topic
Today
today?
we're going to be talking about our English learning journey so far. So,
Yeah.
what I meant by that is actually the story when you start your English learning journey. Why do you want to learn English at the first place? And then you started, and then until now, what kind or learning ways that have you been through so far? So we're going to be talking about those things based on our experiences.
Yeah. Okay. So, it's like B1 or B2,
Yeah.
but sometimes not sometimes, and it seems that I can understand you always. I could say that. I think my entire my to the mediocre level, I could say maybe more than mediocre. So my methodology is since that in the past 3 years I have spent it seems that 1.5 year for me to improve my vocabulary, and then I just like to claim again and again by using some Chinese English app like Youdao app, and then it seems that it has did its job, and at the end of the day I think my vocabulary has been improved. So my last phrase is to improve my conversation skills. But at the first day, I want to find some not English learner, just a native English speaker to practice my English, and I feel a little confused, and then
Well, have you found
realized
some of
that
them? Have you found some of native English speakers on the internet or on any English learning platform?
Hello Top, because that app can help people to exchange their language, and there are a lot of English speakers who want to learn Chinese, so we can exchange our languages. So they want to learn Chinese. At the end, we both can reach our purpose, and I have found a lot of English speaker, and even though I try to talk to them, but it seems that they cannot understand me, and sometimes and then what they mean, and later I think maybe my hearing skill,
Your listening skills?
is so poor, so I try to resource, especially for English resource, audio resource, and to improve my listening skills. Like I have spent more than 500 hours to just listen to the video. Here, if my
podcast?
listening skills, on not on podcast, but on the Chinese dictionary app, maybe like a podcast, but updated.
So
today,
when we're talking about podcast, it's like an audio-based platform that you can actually record your own video and then upload it and audio files.
There are a lot. There are some recording feature. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if it is a real audio platform. So or podcast. So just say that.
So you found
an app, okay, audio app,
recording on that platform, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I have, I have a audio of, I can understand that audios like in perfect, maybe not perfect, just I can understand what they mean, and I think my English listening skills can be improved, and I can speak. But after I finish the progress, I found that I cannot. It's not easy for me to conversation with an English speaker. And then, so what happened? I have no idea. And after that, I watched some video, the video platforms, and then I have find that some YouTuber like AJ Hoke
Mhm.
and Vanessa and someone else. Yeah, and most of them told us that we cannot use the complex resource and some more easily resource. And finally, I found OL English and to listen OL English, and at the same time, I found you uh and sometimes I will if I'm available and I will listen to the OL English, and if available and I will try to talk to you, and then and I think I have reached cover level,
Sure.
and this is my major methodology. And yeah,
Wow.
wow, so that is a half
Awesome,
time,
Sutai.
I have, yeah, I have this level,
3
I don't
years?
know,
Wow.
yeah, more than 3 years, yeah.
Wow.
So it's not
So you are
easy
super
for
patient,
Chinese people
and you are so
to,
passionate about English
what do you mean
learning.
patient? Yeah,
Passionate.
yeah, I know, I
Yeah.
know. If I uh stop at the middle, and I
Mm,
think it will lose me a lot
a
of
lot of
time,
time,
and yeah, lose, and also my
your energy,
energetic,
so many
also,
things that you lose
yeah,
all of them.
so
Yeah.
many things. Yeah, cause make me to go along, like, in to be
Yeah.
insistence.
I
Yeah,
couldn't agree
so
more with your statement that you said previously. You cannot actually eat a lot of resources due to some English native speaker situations, right? I remember vividly first time to improve my English, and I listened to a lot of advanced English source on podcasts, and I was frustrated. That's true. And after that, I
yeah,
was overwhelmed, and then I took some time off not to listen to any podcast because my English at that level, like I didn't understand anything they were saying on podcasts. So sad.
yeah. So
So
what's your methodology?
long story short, I just want to say that I took it seriously since 2019, and then that time I didn't work for a corporate job anymore. So I thought to myself I had, you know, free time a lot. So I forced myself to focus on my English learning journey. I started and reading a lot of English sources like novel and magazines and news on the internet. And then there were so many things that I could actually do at that time. And then afterward, since I was saying previously that I was overwhelmed by the time I tried to listen to some advanced English audio on podcasts, I didn't anything a single word from what they were saying previously. Stop for a bit, not to learn English. Maybe approximately I took the time off for at 3 months, and then I've been thinking at during that time. So hey, I don't I it seems that I don't want to stop learning English. That's why I started from English, and there were so many things that I've done, and then I tried to keep up with listening to more like lenient English podcasts for beginners and intermediate students, and that means a lot to me since I did understand them, but there were some advanced English resources like grammar resources and podcast resources. I didn't want to touch that material before I gained my English level first. And then by the time for another level, so I took the chance to level up my English by listening to some advanced audio files on podcasts that you can actually download for free on your phone, or you can actually listen to just podcasts, what we call it, not live streaming, but you don't need to download it, but
Yeah,
and then yeah, online you listen to the podcast online, so it doesn't take any space of your phone storage. So I challenged myself up to the level where I got to speak English because it didn't enough to open the conversation with other people I met online. But in 2020, since the pandemic hit us at the first time, like we barely, went outside. So it seems that we were trapped at our own houses, right? So I tried to maximize my English learning journey level that time by joining an app that I took a lot of, the speakers from around the globe. And do you still remember, like on our previous video that I said to you, I haven't met any Chinese English learners. I mean, any people from or anyone from China, from your country, who were eager to improve their English on that Hello platform that time. So far I have met 5 Chinese people on that platform, including you.
Yeah.
So that's why. But you mentioned that if you are available, that you try to call me, and I've been enjoying our conversation so far, and it's been 7 months. Do you think that you
I
enjoy
always
it as
enjoy
well?
it because we always talk about everything, like technology and cultures and history sometimes.
It's so wonderful. It's been such a wonderful journey.
And funny things between us, like that's
I
true.
do
And
remember.
recently,
I do remember when you said to me that you were about to mention Traffic Jam, but I misheard you by Jackie Chan, an actor. Yeah, it was actually Traffic Jam.
Congestion. Yeah, and while we always talk about different topic, and we also can learn a lot of different phrase or different expressions to explain our
different expressions.
mind.
Do you know what? I have learned so much from you. The thing that I like about you learning English is you always add some more advanced expressions, English expressions. Why? Because I'm not the person who actually love using it abundantly in every conversation. But since you actually force yourself to use or overuse them, it actually opened my eyes to use it as well.
Because you know what?
So our English conversation sounds more natural.
Yeah, and accumulated, maybe I have to find a way to release all of them, like I have found a suitable way to use them. So at the end of the day, don't forget them. And I just want to keep or save my time to remember to use those vocabulary, avoid to lose them.
You actually store it in your mind, a lot of sophisticated words, some advanced words, and great phrasal verbs and English expressions, as well as idioms. Problem with you is to actually pour them into real conversations with other people, right? Because you only store them in your mind and never use it. Ever since you've learned them.
That's true. And I forgot super important thing is that while we going to learn English, and the important thing for us to improve our English is about thinking in English. While you reading, while you like writing and listening and speaking, the important thing is all about
some people say that if you actually dream in English, it means that you get your English level. You level up your English level when you actually start dreaming anything in English. For example, there was a scene in your dream that you got to be talking with the other persons or other people, and then in that conversation, actually you use English instead of your native language.
Yeah, that's true.
That's amazing.
And while I'm available, or while I play with my kids, or I talk to myself, or talk to my friends, and I at the same time I also speaking or explain my meaning in English. And maybe it's time for us to close this video, but I'm afraid that it reached to 45 minutes.
It's already? I didn't know that.
I
so
have
fast.
received that notification.
It seems that I enjoyed
10 minutes left.
I enjoyed this conversation.
No, we can continue again. We can talk again, but I think we have to change.
It's time to say goodbye.
I
don't want to say it. I really want to prolong this conversation because it's very beneficial for me. It's actually we're able to share anything with our audience.
We just make our conversation in FaceTime.
We got
and then
time to say goodbye. I'm so sorry to say that, guys. So Shita, what do you want to say? Bye guys.
Bye guys.
Bye from Indonesia. Bye.
Bye from China.
Bye.